Hello everyone, welcome to Exploring Tarot. My name is Sandi, and in today's episode, or today's video, oh, I'm so excited I can't even string a sentence together. I just came back from the post office and I've just received one of the decks that I thought I would never have. I thought that it would just not happen. I said what I always say about decks that are out of print. If it happens, if it's meant to happen, it will happen. And amazingly, somebody out there wanted to sell me this deck. And a little backstory. Yes, I'm going to keep you on tenterhooks. So I've mentioned several times on this channel before how Christa from Adventures in Metaphysics reached out to me wanting to give me a deck. That's how we met. And since then, we've just become fast friends, and she gave me a reading. She wanted me to, I let her do a reading for me to try out one of her new spreads for the readings that she's now offering on her Etsy shop. You should go and check that out. I will link it down below. But yes, for that reading, she decided to pick a deck intuitively that she wanted to read with for me in that reading, and it's an animal spread, or an animal, like spirit animal reading, or guiding animal. I can't remember now what it's called. But she said in the reading that she thought it was so she thought it was odd because it's an animal reading, and she knows I love animal decks, so she assumed she was going to do a reading with an animal deck, an animal tarot. But instead, she said the deck that jumped out at her, that she really wanted to read for me with, was the Victorian Fairy Tarot. She just said that this deck just called out to her because she felt that it had like a similar energy to me. And at first I was like, okay, that's a bit odd. I'm not really particularly interested in fairies. I've never even thought about having an interest in fairy decks. Like whatsoever. I had a fairy deck in my teens. I had the Fairy Oracle by Doreen Virtue as a teenager. I don't have that anymore. I have no idea what happened to it. But yeah, other than that, the only thing that's close to having fae energy is, funnily enough, another deck by Lunaea Weatherstone, which is the Forest of Enchantment Tarot, which is a deck that I'm currently doing a deep dive study series with. So yeah, she decided to use this deck for my reading, and this reading, I'm telling you, it just became something. It was so special. It was my first reading ever made by anybody else. It was done by my friend Christa, and it was used. A deck was used that I had never really seen before, that I had never had any interest for. And I was just hooked. And the messages she got from it was just so spot on. And I fell in love. And I just thought, oh well, eventually maybe I'll get it if I find a deck that's not horribly expensive, because I'm sorry, out of print warning, this deck is out of print, has been for a long time, and Lunaea herself actually commented on one of my videos on the deep deck study videos of her other deck, and said that it's a very rare find, that I've managed to find this deck because it's been out of print for so long, and there's loads of fakes out there being sold, unfortunately. So if you see this and you want this deck, please consider that there are a lot of fakes out there, and yeah, just be aware of that. All right, I'm going to flip the camera around now so that we can look at these beautiful cards. I have not flipped through them yet. I've only looked at a couple. But before we do that, I just wanted to show you this lovely lady who sent me this deck. She also included this beautiful postcard. I mean, that's how I've become a fairy person quite clearly, and I blame you, Christa. And she also sent me this little crystal, and I'm gonna have to ask her what it is, but I think it's an aventurine. It looks a lot like an aventurine, so yeah. All right, I'm going to flip the camera around now so you can finally see these cards after my many ramblings, okay? Okay, so here they are. Here it is. I honestly can't believe my luck. She sent them so well packaged. And just look at this book. It's thick and gorgeous, and I mean, it looks like it's not even being used. And honestly, it smells amazing. She must have stored it together with some herbs or scented soaps or sachets or something, because oh, this smell, it just it's so good. And just the whole parcel, as soon as I opened it, I just got this waft of, you know, fresh linen almost. It's quite magical when this happens. Anyway, so the Victorian Fairy Tarot by Lunaea Weatherstone, and the art is by Gary A. Lippincott. And yeah, I'm so excited. I'm just going to dig into the cards straight away. We can look at the book a little bit later. Let's center these and zoom in. There we go. So here we are with the Fool. She's put them in order before sending them to me. This beautiful, beautiful woman. I have a feeling we're going to have a long video in front of us. Oh, all right. I just look at this artwork. It's fantastic, isn't it? Oh, this man being led into the forest by all of these fairies just pulling at him. The dog is looking worriedly at the scene that's unfurling in front of him. Oh. And these, honestly, these cards, they look brand new. They are in such good condition. Oh. Did I show you the backs? These are the backs. How cute are they? The Conjurer for the Magician. Oh, I see. Okay, so we've got representations of all the four elements. Sorry, the four seasons, because the suits in this deck are the four seasons. So we've got winter, spring, summer, and fall. I love this. Oh. Oh, she's seeing something horrid in there. I love these facial expressions. Look at her face. Oh, and the mushroom table. Oh, I love it. The Empress, a fairy queen with her children. She looks tired though, doesn't she? The Emperor. Oh, that's nice. They do look when you put them next to each other, it looks like they're in the same room. So it's one family. That's nice. It looks like he's teaching the oldest child here. Yeah. How to take over after him, I suppose. The vicar instead of the hierophant or the priest. Oh, sitting there with his congregation, it looks like. The light in this artwork is just, look at the sunlight that's coming through the trees there. Oh, the fairy bride. So the fairy bride is instead of the lovers. That's interesting. I can't wait to see what the guidebook says about that. That's really cool. It's a pretty picture. The Chariot. Oh, with magpies. That's interesting. Oh, funny. Oh, fortitude for strength. Oh, look at this beekeeper. Who's petting that bee? Oh, so cute. All right, the hermit. Oh, look at this owl. Oh, I love it. So adorable. Oh. The Wheel of Time. This was one of the cards that Christa pulled for me in the spread. I remember it quite clearly. It's funny on the screen. This looks like some kind of donut or something, but it's not. It's basically within the ring. There's this. Looks like the sky, and there's the sun in the middle and the moon. So it's like our solar system almost. It's beautiful. The Magistrate instead of Justice. He looks like he's pondering on something important from these scrolls. Very British take on Justice here with the wig. The Hanging Fairy for the Hanged Man. Oh. Again, I need to zoom in on the faces so you can see the facial expressions. Looks like he's listening out for something special. Maybe he's calling out for help because he's stuck in the spider's web. Death. Okay, we've got holly around the edges here. What's happening in this picture? Oh, it's a bird. A bird has died and they are grieving for it. Oh. Oh, that's beautiful and sad. Temperance, collecting the raindrops from the leaves, it looks like. Oh, that's a beautiful card. I love that. The Goblin Market for the Devil. That's oh, that's so interesting. There's all kinds of abundance and temptations here in this card, isn't there? And he's just sitting there beckoning you, tempting you. The Burning Oak for the Tower. I think this is beautifully drawn or painted. Look at these colors. They're fleeing from their home. They're burning oak, though. That's quite fitting for a tower card. The Stars. Oh, gosh, that's beautiful. She's sitting there, one foot in the water, looking at the stars. Very traditional there. The Moon. Oh. Sleeping, dreaming. There's some lunar moths there as well. Gorgeous. The Sun. Oh, with sunflowers as maypoles. Oh, that's amazing. All right, and Awakening for Judgment. Gosh, I love these colors. Look at the daisies. Oh, this is fantastic. And the Worlds for the World. This is interesting. You can see here a fairy ring, a ring of fairies dancing in the forest, and then in the horizon there you see a city. So that's why it's the worlds. So it's our world and their world. Oh, gorgeous. I think I have a new favorite artist, you guys. Gary Lippincott. Fantastic. All right, so we've got Ace of Spring. And spring is the wand suit. It says here in the guidebook. So wands are spring, cups are summer, pentacles are autumn, and swords are winter. All right, so let's look into this. Okay, so Ace of Spring, Ace of Wands. We've got these spring trees that are starting to burst into life, and a kite that's stuck in one of the branches. It's beautiful. Two of Spring, an artist fairy sitting and sketching in the branches. That's really lovely. Three of Spring, a bard sitting and serenading with the birds. Oh, the colours of this. I'm going to go on about the colours. You'll see, I'll mention it again. Oh. Four of Spring, Looks like they're having a little party, dancing, celebrating something. This guy has some mojo going on. Six of Spring. Okay. Looks like she's getting dressed and ready, maybe for a wedding or something. Oh, I was going to say 6. Weren't we at 4? All right, so those were turned around. So 5 of Spring. That makes more sense. 5 of Spring. We've got these Morris dancers. It looks like Morris dancers. Morris dancing fairies. And for you in the US, you might not know what Morris dancers are. But in the UK, Morris dances are a kind of folk dancing, where they often dress up and have leaves and greenery in their hats, and they often have their faces painted as well, and they've got bells around their legs, and they use these sticks in their dancing. So they fight, they like hit the sticks together to create a rhythm while they're dancing. Oh, I love this card. All right, so 6 of Spring. We already looked at this. So she's getting what is the word? Adulated? I don't know. Adored by these other fairies. 7 of Spring. He seems to be trying to protect his crop against these birds. Oh, that card is fantastic. 8 of Spring. So they're taking aim with their bows in their fancy Victorian garb. I love this. This is so cute. And look at that squirrel up there. Right, 9 of Spring. Okay, so we've got some kind of scientist, maybe a herbalist, sitting there looking through this oh, what's the word in English? Magnifying glass, sorry. Looking through his magnifying glass. What is he looking at? I think he's looking at that feather. If you look at around in the background, we see pots and plants and drawers and a nest and some hops over there. A bee's nest. Some mushrooms on the table. Oh, this is a gorgeous card. 10 of Spring. Busy bees. They are just running around doing their own thing, not paying any attention to this poor old man who's been chucked to the ground here. Nobody's helping him. He's lost all of his wands or his sticks that he was carrying. Oh, this is an interesting take of the 10 of Spring, 10 of Wands. I love it. All right, so on to the courts. Herald of Spring. That's the page. Oh, he's lovely. Gorgeous. Knight of Spring on a bunny. Come on. Oh, that's awesome. And he's got his spying glass. Perfect for a Knight of Wands. Queen of Spring. She's dancing around in her throne room. Pretty. And the King of Spring. It looks like, yeah, again, it's like they are dancing together. Do you see it? It's like they're matching, and she's facing him and he's facing her. Gorgeous. Love it. All right, next suit is the Ace of Summer. And Summer, as you remember, was cups. So we've got a water lily here. And a picnic blanket with some wine on one of the water lily leaves. Oh, amazing. Two of Summer. Oh, wild strawberries. And a romantic boat ride. Just the two of them. Oh. Three of Summer. Bathing in the creek together with the birds. Oh, I love that. So sweet. So sweet. Four of Summer. He's lazing about on a mossy stone by the river, looking all kinds of bored. Love it. Five of Summer. Oh no, the waves are taking her sandcastle that she's built. And she's all sad. It's to be expected when you build a castle out of sand. Six of Summer. Aww. This old lady, grandmother, watching her grandchild riding a frog. And these are the fairies playing around here. That's a beautiful picture. Love it. Can you tell I love every card? Oh, Seven of Summer. She's got a lot of hats to choose from. However, will she make a decision? Oh no. Eight of Summer. He's leaving something behind. He's taking his little bag. His wings are all tired and sad. He's walking away from something. Nine of Summer. This was one of the cards that meant a lot in the reading that Christa gave me. So I already have some kind of relationship to this card, and I just look at this. It's beautiful. Oh, it's like the bummer though that this is one of the only cards that has even the slightest little thing here. None of the other cards have it. And the one card that I have a bond with from the start has this tiny little thing. It's so tiny though, but still. I love this card. 10 of Summer. Oh, how glorious is this? Just the whole community bathing together at this creek. This little waterfall. All the bubbles and the flying fairies. It looks like paradise. Herald of Summer. Oh, look at this romantic little page. Oh, that's so pretty. And this Knight of Summer. Oh, I adore these court cards. Queen of Summer. Oh, she's very leisurely. Sitting there. Leisurely. How do you say that? Leisurely. Sitting in her throne. And the king is equally relaxed. Just enjoying the summertime with a glass of wine. Gorgeous. Ace of Autumn. So here we have the Pentacle suit. Apples. Perfect. With the little pentagram in the middle. Two of Autumn. Balancing on this penny farthing. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, I love it. And it's so British. I don't know if I've mentioned on this channel, but my fiance is British, so and I lived in England for 4 years. So that's why I have such a love for the British history and culture. This mouse or rat mouse, I don't know, is trying to steal his nuts. Three of Autumn. Working together, making apple cider, it looks like. Oh, fantastic. Four of Autumn with this the squirrel and this old man both hanging on to their nuts, not wanting to share. Having a little bit of a quarrel, it seems. Oh, love it. Five of Autumn. Okay, what's happening in this card? Let's have a closer look. Right, yeah, so there's a party up ahead, and these two fairies are hard on their luck, it looks like. They're dressed in rags and have nothing to eat, and this little guy is pointing at the party. Can't we go there? Can't we go there and be with them? That's an interesting take on this card, because usually the Five of Pentacles, it's the two people in hardship and they completely ignore the help that's just behind them. But these two seem to have noticed, and they're plucking up the courage to ask for some help. I like that. Six of Autumn. Okay. So here we've got this elderly lady who is polishing the wings of this younger fairy. It looks like she's cleaning them for her. Oh, that's interesting. And here we've got Seven of Autumn. He's trying out the wine, assessing the wine that he's made. Looks like. Eight of Autumn. Oh, a master at his craft, making instruments. That's perfect. Oh. Again, just the light and the colors in these cards just make every card so interesting. This card is gorgeous. Nine of Autumn. She's sitting there with the... Is this a finch, a sparrow, or an nuthatch? I'm not sure, but she's sitting there with him knitting taking it easy. I love her. She looks like she could be one of my relatives. Oh, this card. 10 of Autumn. High tea, it looks like. They're having tea and scones and muffins. I love it. Herald of Autumn. Oh, again, these pages are something else. I love them. Knight of Autumn. Oh, of course. It's slow and steady wins the race. With the turtle. Or tortoise. I don't know the difference. Don't come at me. Queen of Autumn. Oh, she's my favorite by far. Oh, and there's rowan berries there as well. And rowan leaves. Oh, love her. And the King of Autumn looks so friendly and interested in what you've got to say. Oh. Ace of Winter. So we've reached the final suit, and this is the winter is this sword suit in this deck. So we've got these icicle hanging down from the branches, and it looks like a top hat. Somebody's left his top hat on the branch there. 2 of Winter. Oh no, a duel is taking place. Somebody has offended someone. Oh. There's another top hat there. It looks like maybe the other guy's top hat is the one that's up here. Oh no. Trouble in Fairyland. 3 of Winter. Okay, this is interesting. So usually we see 3 swords piercing a heart here, but instead we've got this gossiping trio here. Probably saying nasty things about the couple on stage, maybe. Or they're bothering the crowd. Look at this guy here. He's turning around, looking at them like, be quiet. I can't wait to see what Lunaea writes about this card. That is so interesting. 4 of Winter. Oh, this poor fairy. Cold and alone in this tree, hollowed out tree stump. Or tree trunk. Oh. 5 of Winter. Oh no! What are you doing to those poor little hedgehog? They're supposed to be sleeping in winter. They're being mean. Oh. 6 of Winter. They're escaping on the swans, on the back of this swan. Maybe they are moving with the swan, because swans, at least here in Finland, they move south for the winter. So maybe they're following with the swan to some warmer climates. 7 of Winter. They're stealing food from the pantry. Sneaky. 8 of Winter. Okay, hang on. 8 of Swords. Yes, she's she's feeling trapped. Her children has her wrapped up in these strings, do you see? And she looks really fed up with the situation. Oh, that must strike quite hard for parents with lots of children. This might certainly be how they feel sometimes, I can imagine. Nine of Winter. She's in there, scared of the martens, I think. Maybe they are martens or minks that are skulking outside her window. Ooh, they must be very scary for fairies, because they must be huge in comparison. 10 of Winter. Here we've got a badger. Oh no, he looks terrifying. Imagine if you're that small and a badger just comes out of nowhere. Oh, that's scary. And look at this barbed, like the thorns here as well. Herald of Winter. Gorgeous, God. Oh, I'm having a difficult time picking them up now. Look at this. So pretty. Knight of Winter. Is he riding a marten? It looks like he might be riding a marten. Queen of Winter. Ooh. She's pretty. And the King of Winter has holly on his throne. Oh gosh, you guys, I absolutely adore this deck. Honestly, I'm at a loss for words for how lucky I feel to have this in my possession. Now I'm gonna zoom out and I'm gonna move some of these things away. And we're gonna just have a quick little look through the guidebook. My partner's going to come home from work soon, so I have to wrap up. But Victorian Fairy Tarot by Lunaea, Weatherstone and Gary Lippincott, Llewellyn Publications. To the spirits of Arthur Rackham and J.M. Barrie. To all of the magical souls. Oh. So, the table of contents, we've got Major Arcana, Minor Arcana, Spring Court, Summer Court, Autumn Court and Winter Court. Spreads, Afterword, Appendix. So, afterwards, why believe in fairies? So, the Forest of Enchantment Tarot, the Minor Arcana is separated in numerological order. I wonder if this is the way she's done it in this as well. So we've got Major's Sun. Okay, so it's, hang on. Minor Arcana, Spring Court. Okay, so we've got the Minor Arcana and we start with the courts. I see. And now we've got 4 of Spring, 5 of Spring, 6 of... No, okay, so it goes according to the suit. All right. Okay, and the spreads... I love that we get this whole image here, even though it's black and white. We've got these in a nutshell. Cool. So let's flip to the back and see what spreads we get. So we get 1 card reading. We get the Herald's Welcome, a seasonal spread. Right, so we get spring. What is stirring deep within? The sprout. So we got spring, the seed, the sprout, the tender blossom. We've got summer, the flowering tree, the setting of fruit, the quickening heat. Autumn, gathering, preserving, giving thanks. Winter, darkness, ice, wind. Ooh. And then I suppose you put the page of each suit as the herald here. Oh, this is lovely. Oh, I'm going to have to start doing these for each season. Okay, and then we get Titania's Dream. Titania is from Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream. Is one of my favorites. Why did I ever say that I don't like fairies if Midsummer Night's Dream is one of my favorite plays of Shakespeare's? Christa, you know me better than myself, it seems. Dance of Happiness spread. Oh, we get a lot of spreads in this deck. And the afterwards. And the appendix. Language of Flowers. Oh yes, that's lovely. Look at this. We get a little cheat sheet here with the language of flowers and like what they mean. Oh, that's beautiful. And some bibliography. That's great. If you want to dig some deeper, and there's quite a lot here. And finally, acknowledgements. Oh, you guys, I love this book. Love the cards, love everything about it. Oh, I'm so sorry for tempting you with this. But yeah, if you've watched this far, this was mostly just for me getting to do this process of getting to know the cards in a first impressions walkthrough. But I wanted to invite you along so that you could take part of it as well, in case there are those of you out there who are interested. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much to Christa for doing this reading with me and introducing me to this deck. Thank you so much to the nice lady who sold me this deck for a very reasonable price and who sent it so carefully wrapped and gave me these beautiful stone to go with the deck and this beautiful card. And thanks to all of you for watching and taking an interest. I hope that you're doing well and that you're having a great day. Please take care, my friends, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!